Guys, it's Haig here with our winter storm update for East Vancouver Island as well as the Pacific Northwest. We're expecting a major snowstorm to move in after midnight tonight into Tuesday. We're going to expect widespread travel delays and stuff. So we'll begin to let me put some of this on mute so I won't get this into the video. Alright, so yeah, we're expecting a Pacific winter storm. Let me just tell you that Environment Canada has already issued Nanaimo under a winter storm warning. A low pressure system centers off Washington State tonight. Will brush southern Vancouver Island with heavy snow. Local blowing snow accumulations near 20 centimeters, possibly more in southern sections and localized areas. We can go out to the alert page. The alerts cover most of the BC South Coast here, as you see in red. The entire southern Vancouver Island is under this winter storm warning. Even the mainland, the lower Fraser Valley, will actually be included into the winter storm warning as well. So we're expecting a widespread 20 centimeters of snow for most locations. We'll put the models into some motion here and take a look at what we can expect here. The GFS is going to swing a low pressure system right through near Nanaimo Bay and into Washington State, and there's going to be a high snow ratio with this because of how cold it is. So that's why we're going to get high end accumulation in Nanaimo after midnight tonight. We take a look at what the GIM says here. It also has a similar track, taking it over into Washington State. Widespread snow for southern Vancouver Island tonight. Due to the convective nature, localized spots can exceed 20 plus centimeters with this event on southern side of Vancouver Island, especially if you go south of Nanaimo tonight. You're just going to get pummeled with snow tonight. I guaranteed you that. We can even go in and take a look at some of these snowfall projections here. Even with the ECMWF, let's see what it says. It has a similar track. All the models are in agreement with this, and this is a great setup for widespread significant snow for East Vancouver Island coming up. So we'll take a look at a bit more closer in depth here. And I'm going to pull up a higher resolution model such as the Canadian LAM. We're going to increase that snow, as you see. We're going to have flurries around today, but we're going to increase that snow after midnight tonight, and it's really going to get going in the wee hours of the morning tonight. So look at all that dark purple there, especially north of Nanaimo and Ladysmith. That's quite heavy snow. That's rapidly 2-inch per hour snowfall totals for a while there. And it continues on into the morning hours even of Tuesday. This is by 22Z Tuesday. So even into the afternoon, it finally starts to clear out. And then that Arctic air is going to really get going into Wednesday and Thursday. Some overnight lows minus double digits possible for Nanaimo in that time frame. I'll show you in a bit here. We want to go and break down the snowfall accumulation here for this system into Tuesday, and we'll go into winter. We'll do snowfall total Kachara in inches, and it paints a great 10-inch over Nanaimo here. Really getting hit hard, even south of Nanaimo. Really getting the hard parts of the mainland. We'll have to see for Seattle and Washington State just how fast they turn to rain due to the track of this storm. There's going to be some milder air associated in Washington State, but we'll see what happens. This is looking like a significant snowstorm for Southwest BC, and I'm not trying to hype it, but these are high snowfall ratios. We have really cold temperatures, so it doesn't take much precipitation intensity to get flakes to stick. So that's why I'm expecting significant snowfall accumulation overnight tonight into Tuesday for Nanaimo. And just take a look here at that's 10 inches painted according to this model over Nanaimo. Take a look here. I was looking at Environment Canada's records, and if we actually look at our record snowfall tomorrow for the December 20th, we're not going to beat minus 20 as our daytime low for December 20th, or as our overnight low rather, but we're going to probably beat the 13 centimeters in 1998 probably tomorrow in Nanaimo. So that's really interesting to see here. And we'll just go back into the weather models here and just look at some of these cold surface temperatures that could possibly happen near Nanaimo here. The GIM, I mean the GFS has overnight lows Wednesday and Thursday of -11. It finally warms up significantly for Christmas time, but we'll have snow on the ground, and it's still a white Christmas if you have 2 centimeters or more on the ground, according to Environment Canada. A perfect white Christmas is snow falling on Christmas Day. We're probably not going to have that. It's going to be extremely mild on Christmas, but the snow is here to at least Friday for the BC South Coast, and there's another system for Friday that could be very messy with snow changing to freezing rain, which I'll talk about in a minute. But of course, it is going to get cold. I'm going to just take a look at more models in the ECMWS. What did GFS say? Even -13 for Nanaimo for Wednesday AM. That is extremely cold. The record for the 20th is -20. Nowhere near beating that, but that is extremely cold for the BC South Coast. We can take a look at one more model here. We can go with the GIM, saying a low of -11 for Wednesday. So it's extremely cold. Overnight lows -10 for Tuesday night. That's double digits for Nanaimo. This is observed for the airport. Then again, significant warming for Christmas time, but snow on the ground still. White Christmas guaranteed. And yeah, it's going to get cold. Maybe we can put some of this surface temperatures into some maps here to show you what I mean here. Let's just go to the GFS. It's always the most aggressive on snow, but I mean on cold air. But let me just show you here. Set the maps right to Vancouver Island here. Look at some of these overnight lows as we go in through Wednesday. Look at that, -11, -12. -10 near Nanaimo. Again, we do it again for Thursday. And it looks like we don't even get rid of that cold air until like maybe Saturday now, but we'll have to see. And then we have the potential for yet another significant storm that could change over to freezing rain. So I'll show you what I mean here. I'm just going to put some of the models into motion here. I'll show you what I mean, but later in the week there's another storm that's possible. So we'll get to parameters, precipitation type. So here's tonight's system, really affecting Severn Vancouver Island. Some flurries linger even into Wednesday now. Maybe some convergence will line up there for some more flurries in the Nanaimo area, localized a couple more centimeters Wednesday, on top of our 20 plus centimeters tonight. Here comes the next system in. This is for Thursday evening here. It starts off as snow here, pretty heavy snow. We're probably going to get another 5 to 10 centimeters Thursday overnight into Friday. And then we see this can transition to some dangerous freezing rain here. This is very, very extreme, and this is why freezing rain happens. Look at the temperatures at 850 MB here. They're quite mild. Let me just put it up to temperature here. So the air aloft is above freezing. This is temperatures you'll find 1,500 meters above the surface on this time frame. And if we go all the way to the surface temperatures on this time frame, you can see they're below freezing. So we're going to have warm air aloft. The precipitation falls into that warm layer, turns to liquid, and then at the surface down in Nanaimo, we have it below freezing. Those drops fall on the surfaces and refreeze. That is why we might have the freezing rain briefly as we go into Friday morning before it finally transitions over to all rain later in the day Friday, as I'll show you here. So that's worth watching. As warmer air advances, we switch all to green, and it looks pretty mild for Christmas. Even the mountains are going to turn over to rain by Christmas time, but it's going to be extremely, extremely wintry this week for the BC South Coast. So that is my forecast video, and thanks for watching.